Alright. Let's get this going, shall we? Because I am technically on a timer. Alright. Playing old school runescape today. There's gonna be a mix of things, but it's still gonna be very grindy and look very stupid at one point. Actually bring the screen up because I did make a few tiny changes. As you can see, I now have the random event. I really should just like put my cursor on screen. Hold on. This way you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I'm not sure why it's not on in this window. To be perfectly honest. Why am I not capturing cursor? Makes no damn sense. Yes, hello? There we go. I think it was a precaution against the bank thing, but like I always either log into my bank before I have the stream running, or I cover it with my chunk window. I don't fucking know. Does the chunk window have it open? No, it has cursor off. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm being dumb. I don't know how I fucked that up. But speaking of the chunk window, this is all we have left. The last time I streamed old school RuneScape, we broke down 4,000 iron bars into actual, you know, proper armor and shit. Couple nails, some arrowheads. I don't fully remember. Mostly like just armor. So we're currently at 64 of 70. I am above the halfway mark in the EXP gain. As for the magic, I'm like a third of the way when you count the EXP. 50 to 62 is a much bigger difference here. Yay. But we still got a lot of work to do. I think I calculated it out. I still have like 8,000 casts of curse. If you want a reference point, it's fucked. It's fucked. I can't see very well. It's bright outside. It's also supposed to hit like plus 14 tomorrow. What the shit is going on? I know it's usually warmer here because it's BC and not the rest of Canada, but fuck, what do you mean 14? It's January. Also, the clue piles has grown since the last time I streamed. Actually, no, it hasn't. I had 4 last time I was here. I've spent a few now. But yeah, we've got a couple problems. 1, I need cash. 2, I'm going to have to actually use earth runes for the curse splashing because using the staff does not get me low enough to actually splash the damn thing. Oh, also I changed my chat filters. Now everything stacks. This should make it easier to tell when I'm completely fucking up the smelting, in case anybody's curious. Now it keeps track of how many times the message has popped up in the chat instead of just scrolling past. Also, it gets very fucking weird about clue geodes. So, like, the swing your pickaxe and the actual mining the ore thing might be off. I've had it behave a little strangely. But yeah, this is the plan for today. I'm gonna give myself fucking carpal tunnel. That actually depends on how many runes I have, to be fair. There is an actually, like, semi-decent way of getting money in my chunks, and that is fucking with the gem stall and hopping worlds, but I did hit a small issue with it. If anybody buys the finished emerald out of that gem stall, I can't sell it back to the gem stall, unfortunately. It's also just a lot of menuing and a pain in the ass, but it is probably the better way of getting money. It gives me crafting EXP. Just, like I said, a huge pain in the ass. I haven't actually calculated out how much I need in runes just yet. Maybe once I get a bit closer, I'll make a full calculation. It's a lot of math, because I have to separate out the earth runes, and then I have to separate out the law runes to get how many I actually need of each type, and then I have to do the math to figure out how much I need money-wise. Assuming I'm buying as optimally as possible, and then add in some more money just as a cover to make sure that if I did fuck up somewhere along the line, it's not as bad. But yeah, unfortunately. Fortunately, I can't use the rune staff, the earth battle staff. Will not get low enough. I can hit about 3 splashes before it's like, nah. And the more I have to constantly run away from the dudes, the more time I'm wasting. So, can't be bothered. Just gonna have to suck it up and pay for the earth runes too. I can also just like skip paying for the water runes. There is in the Alcrid mine a stack of 4. So I could world hop, make my life harder world hop, but also cut out the cost. Yeah, as you can see, the messages are cycling through. So now you'll all have a reference point for how badly this is going. But yeah, since the last time I have streamed this, gained a bunch of magic levels, as you can see in the stream title. It's at 50 now. We need 62. Tried to tick manipulate the gold rocks. Unfortunately, it's still really slow. Maybe once we get close to the end, I might go back to that. But due to the fail rate to actually mine the gold, it's still really slow. It still involves world hopping. Whereas if I do... Shut up. Whereas if I go for iron, I don't have to world hop. That's also like kind of the main reason I'm doing it this way. This makes it easier to spawn random events. Obviously. Seriously, can you guys shut up? Part of the hallway is a public... Kids, just because you're in the hallway and it's a more public space doesn't mean it's not bothering everybody. Fuck off. Granted, at least management's brain-dead employees haven't bothered me in a while, but... Still. God, I wish I could be anywhere else. Why is it every time I move into an apartment building, it's like fine for about, oh, I don't know, a year, and then shit hits the fan and it's just god awful and barely livable. It's definitely not as bad as my worst place. That place had bed bugs. Okay, to be fair, I technically had bed bugs twice. It's just the second time they didn't bother to fumigate properly. They were just clearing out the individual suites, and it's like, yeah, that's not how bed bugs work, ma'am. What are you doing? Yes, I know. Based on the name, you would think, oh, they live in your mattress. They don't. They live in your walls. So if you don't hit the entire building, they just move location. They just set up shop somewhere else in the building. Trust me, if they lived in your mattress, it'd be a lot easier to deal with, because then you just fumigate the fucking mattress. No, that's not how they work. Never live in a building owned by Main Street. Let me tell you that. I think it was Main Street. Yeah, bought out the apartment I was living in before. A couple of years into me living there. That place sucked to begin with, but it just made it worse being owned by like the worst fucking company in existence. Also, that place had... Like, this apartment has barely any ventilation. That place had 0 ventilation. It was always excruciatingly hot. Like, at least here sometimes it gets cold at night. Not even that. Also, seriously, can the sun stop shining in my eyes, please? I fucking UV film on the windows, and it's too bright. What the shit? Gotta left draw distance, man. I can see the scorpion dying, but not the dude shooting him. Also, that is massive overkill for scorpions. Oh, also, I fought some dark wizards for a bit. That's the other thing I did. They can also drop me runes, so if I'm feeling really cheap, I can go fight them. They drop decent amounts of earth runes. But again, like, just straight up buying the runes off the shop in Varrock's gonna be way faster. And no matter how you look at it, it's still faster. Yeah, I knew there was something that could let me compress the chat messages. I knew it existed, I just didn't know where it was. I went looking through my plugins. It was already in there, I just had to find it. Yes, we are past the halfway mark on the EXP end of things. We're at 70 smithing. Really shows you just how insane the EXP increases are between levels. That being at, I think it was actually at like 60, just before 63 rolled over to 64, that I had passed the halfway mark. I don't know, somewhere in 63. It's roughly 7 levels to go, and I still need half the EXP. So maybe I should stream more often. Look at this poll. Look at all these bars. Oh, also, I gotta go bug the Alcrid warriors. I'm pickpocketing occasionally as I do this. The guards over in Varrock would give me more, but they're far more likely to also fuck up my shit. And I'd also have to run out there. Eh. Also, in a worst case scenario, these guys drop herbs. If I ever manage to unlock herb lore. That's a long way off. Oh, that reminds me. When I opened the chunk picker, a message saying they had implemented sailing into it came up. So that's available, though I don't think I'm anywhere near the quest that unlocks it. It's also a tad finicky because I need a couple chunks into the ocean and another one on land to deliver the crate from the quest. Yes, I know this would be faster if I just trapped one of them in the room. problem is, occasionally I find people fighting the warriors. So I wish these guys didn't hit for 2. Yeah, I believe this is the highest pickpocket without me having to go out of my way to do it. Like I said, there's the guards in Varrock, and then there's the master farmer, which won't give me money. Well, not directly anyways. Also, I wouldn't want to sell the seeds. That is currently my only good access for seeds. You guys stop going in here. Bro. Yeah, I think I spent like 4 hours playing yesterday. Then I had dinner and then I PvP'd on 14 for a bit. I did some ranked yesterday night. Seriously, would you guys stop walking in here? Shit. Knock it off. I guess I just closed the door, but yeah. Maybe just stop pathing into the room. I thought my pathing was weird. So hold on, did I even get this correct? That. Sorry, the tracking looked a bit funny. I don't know, I can't tell. Oh right, these guys also dropped easy clues apparently, just not at a very good rate. So I guess at a worst case scenario, I could come over here and fight them for a bit. Not with magic, the runes to do actual combat's kind of expensive. Are they all inside now? What the fuck? For here. I'm lazy and I don't want to go out this far. Also, it seems kind of rude to be pickpocketing in front of royalty, but he's not even royalty, it's Chancellor. Just looking at the wall, not giving a shit. Then again, the warriors only get mad if you actually attack one of them. They don't give a shit that you're picking through their pockets. Just give you a bonk and let you go on your way. Alright, back to iron. The plan is to do iron until I get a random event. Hunting is at 12 right now. If we do commit to that Paraparo idea, going through the crop circle, then leveling Hunter in there, the game says I need 17. So that's going to be a huge pain in the ass, because the only way I have to leave... I don't think the exit actually puts you back where you originally were. Yeah, I have to leave with the Lumbridge home teleport? Yeah. Just to make it more annoying. And, it doesn't guarantee I'll be able to find the crop circle again. It's such a chaotic fucking idea. I'm not even sure it's worth pursuing. But it's like, well, I might as well at least try to go for lamps. And, mining iron does that just fine. So with curse splashing, I believe I also have to... Because I don't think I can get a random event while I have aggro. So I also have to get the man off me just before I can end the window to get a random event again. Also, I tend to run really long for random events. So what was it yesterday? Hold on. I got 2 mysterious old men and then the drunken dwarf. The only advantage to the one old man one was I got the maze and it gave me a bunch of coal. So I made a couple mithril bars. So I do have some mithril bars in the bank to smith up. I think the goal right now is to get a 4,000 in the bank again, maybe 4,000, and then go smith them if I get bored. Because the reason I'm at 64 is I got the pile to about 1,500 and then just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go smith these. Also gave me the chance to go look at my options for splashing. Curse on random men. I did end up finding men in Varrock. They are there. They're in the like grungy, rundown part of town, but they are there. There's also a woman in the bar. The problem I was having yesterday, the second time I went to go curse splash, is that people kept running through the NPC I was targeting. And that kept resulting in me accidentally targeting them and the game yelling at me about there being no PvP outside of the wilderness. Thanks for that. Just, you know, incredibly frustrating. Don't worry about it. Uh-oh. Please do not botch it that horribly. Thank you. Please don't do that. Oh, also Blue Sky added a thing that shows up on your profile pic that shows you're live. The problem is it's not hooked to Twitch's API. You have to set it manually, and it has you put a timer on it, which is just stupid. I have it on just because I'm like, I want to encourage them to make good decisions. And having a ring that shows I'm live on Blue Sky is one of those good decisions. People used to do that with Twitter before, you know, Muskrat got pissy about people changing their profile pics and their names whenever they fucking wanted. But they were either doing that with a plugin or they were doing that manually. So it's set for 2 hours. I just wanted to see if it was actually working. For some reason, not everybody on browser has it activated right now. It's working on my end, but yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird. Slow rollout or something. Who knows? But yeah, it's not linked into Twitch's API right now, so it doesn't work automatically, unfortunately. Now, once I figure their shit out, it'd be a really nice feature to have. Because I don't always post that I've ended the stream. I just can't be bothered. So usually I'm tired and I don't have anything all that interesting to say. Unless I've wrapped up early because I feel terrible for some reason. So, yeah, no, it'd be nice once they get it working. Though it also requires Twitch's API to not be fussy. Sometimes that doesn't want to work right. And then there's just nothing you can do about it. But, you know, it'll be nice to have another option to let people know, hey, you know, stream is still going. So usually I tell people, you're better off going into the Discord if you want to keep track of everything. I have roles set up if you want to get pinged every time I go live or something goes live on YouTube. I have them at separate systems. You can sign up for one or the other. As long as Carlbot's working, it works just fine. I haven't had issues with it in a while. To be fair, it also reminds me when the YouTube videos go live. That's just as much for me as it is for the rest of you. I lose track of shit very easily, and that's what I get for, you know, setting things up 2 weeks in advance. Good to get all the work done at the same time, bad for my ability to remember what I've done. Yeah, I hope you guys are ready for another riveting day of freaking old school RuneScape mining. Maybe I should have held off on finishing all the other tasks. So I got all the remaining ones done in like the same stream. It's just these two grindy ones left. And again, as far as I can tell, in my immediate chunks, there is no crazy grind anywhere except for the Giants Foundry one. So, like, we should somewhat blaze through. I think there's a couple of them with, like, a decent number of tasks, like the ham hideout. But nothing, like, particularly awful. I would love to get a spot where there's actually a furnace and an anvil right next to each other, though. That'd be fun. Other than Lumbridge, which doesn't allow you to smith anything besides bronze. Thanks, game. That's assuming the game doesn't continue to try to send me into Mauritania. There's always the chance it just keeps trying to send me into Mauritania. Hey, game, knock that off. Thank you. On for reference, yeah, 11 days. 11 days right now. Oh, also for anybody keeping track of the 14 stuff, I'm only missing 2 relic weapons now. I've caught up pretty quickly. Throwing around in PvP's been helping. Also, there was some weirdness yesterday with Frontlines. My first match in, people were complaining about somebody botting to make themselves jump every time a stun came in to avoid the stun. I'm just like, wait, hold up. Like, the more I thought about it, the more unrealistic that even seemed. Like, one, is that even how that works, too? Would the latency even allow that? The game has so much latency in it that you will be stunned before you physically see the effect that is stunning you. Because of the way everything works. In a lot of cases. White Mage Limit Break. How the fuck are you in White Palace already? Bro! He's playing Hollow Knight. Hold on. There's fucking stories behind that too, by the way. But yeah, White Mage Limit Break and Warrior Stun. You will see the stun on your screen before the Warrior shows up next to you or the White Mage Limit Break becomes visible, because that's just the way things run. So I'm not even 100% sure if the latency would act fast enough for a program to even pick up on it and allow somebody to jump to avoid a stun. Also, like, usually anybody that's botting in games like these is so ass at the game that they're going to fucking die anyways. Also, it's not like there isn't other CC guys. Come on now, stuns aren't the biggest one. I think totes. Also, it gets so bad that they're just jumping out of every stun. Why not just have a bunch of people swap White Mage and use Miracle of Nature on them constantly? Hold on, good one. I don't know if this gives me lamps yet, but... Oh, wait, someone else is in here with me. What the shit? Are you in White Palace already, by the way? That gives me lamps. I have all the unlocks already. One more lamp and that's Hunter 13. So I'm gonna give it a bit, and then we're gonna go grab all the curse splashing equipment to go do that for a bit. Wait, which of the dream ones did you already fight? What the hell? What are you doing? How many hours did you put into that game, dude? Oh, right, because I was in there. It's fucked up all my shit now. Yay. Yes, god damn it. Have you literally been awake since like 6 a.m. playing Hollow Knight? Oh my god, dude. I know it's your day off, but like, what the hell? Have you at least eaten food today? Okay. As long as you've actually eaten something and, you know, had fluids. It should have been 2 meals at least now for you. And maybe a snack. Well, there goes my 50% split. Holy shit, game. Yep, we're 10 short of that 50-50. 7 bars. That's all it took to destroy everything. Alright, we're gonna get a couple more inventories of iron. Not actually due to my HP. I don't think the men can kill me. They can damage me occasionally, just not enough to, like, absolutely destroy me. But I don't want to do a full fucking hour of just her splashing. I can't see how many actions I actually need right now for the level. This could just tell me right up. 366 curses to get to 51. I know I should have the law runes for that right now. Not sure on the earth ones. Oh, and unfortunately with the random events, I don't have the full outfits for every single one. I think for the mime event, I'm missing 2 more emotes, and then it will start giving me lamps. Don't know about the beehive random event. I think I have all the parts for it. I haven't seen the zombie one in ages, but I don't. I think there was like some conditions to get certain ones to spawn. Not 100% sure. The wiki page on random events is extensive. And a large chunk of it is outdated information that's just there for documentation. Or showing where some events that no longer exist have been moved. Also, I've been contemplating fighting the Elkhorn Warriors just for those easy clues. I'm sick of fucking dragging these two around. The odds of getting the casket off of 2 is not great. Yeah, technically I could, but with my odds with the beginners, I'm not getting it on the first possible time it can give me a casket. It's just not. Actually, I don't even know what that first one is anymore. I know the second one is, I think in the Alcarid Palace. Oh yeah, nope, now the game's just like, nope, you are not getting this 50-50. Great. It's gonna be one of those days where the pile does not increase. Well, the pile's past 400 now. You're gonna go harass the warriors for a bit. Wherever they are. Like, my guy, I need the money more than you do. Close the damn door. Fuck you. And why are you guys sneaking in there? Hold on, did he just walk through the closed door? Sir. You guys were loyal, but I didn't realize you could perform fucking miracles or that you were ghosts. Bro. Also, not gonna lie, I actually just genuinely want to go to the ham hideout, because I think it involves actually pickpocketing the ham members. Alright. Let's go find a man to harass. Yes, I know that's a terrible sentence, but that's essentially what I'm doing. And no, I can't harass the one that's in the Elkrid mine. Okay, let me actually gotta look at my stats. I'm pretty damn sure this isn't gonna work if I use the... Yeah, it's not gonna work if I use the staff. Oh, right. Right. Hold on. There's a way to swap how things were sorted. May not have it active right now. Alright. Hold on. We need to find one that's hopefully in a spot where he's not going to get run over constantly. Here, sir. I was hoping he'd run up against the wall, but this is fine, I guess. Congratulations, welcome to my nightmare on how I'm leveling magic. Even with the staff, I would have had to, manually cast this. This is a terrible idea, but it's consistent and still cheaper. And if I bought, like, Mind or Chaos runes. I think I was Chaos runes. I used up what I had. The highest damaging spell I could cast, and that was about it. This is why this is gonna give me carpal tunnel. I tried to see if there was a way I could, like, bind curse to a keystroke. I couldn't find one. So if I could bind it to a keystroke, this would be less frustrating. Oh, hold up. Just had a thought, actually. Remember how I said I managed to make some extra mithril bars? Can I actually get equipment to give me less magic? No. Mostly the headpiece, because I don't have anything better. Roll full helmet. -6 on attack. Okay, yeah, no. It's worth looking at. Yeah, it's not actually going to drop my magic any further. Let me grab the staff to check, because I'm not sure if I've changed my stats since I started doing this or not. Yeah, I think it's still too high. I think it has to be below 60. do this consistently. Fucking sucks. Yeah, see, it just fucking works. Like, no, that's the opposite of what I needed. You can't recast it on a dude that's already cursed. Unfortunately. Good, that would make my life easier. No, it's not how it works. Thanks, game. Unfortunately, I don't think any of my weapons... I don't really have anything else that would really help. So I keep forgetting I have the magic tiara, the fire tiara. That was partially due to the mine and partially due to, it's part of El Corrid opening. Alright. Where are you guys at? It's time to harass you again. Come here. Come here. Come here, dumbass. I know you can walk this far. Yeah, if only I could get the stats low enough. The staff, this would be so much easier. It's like right now the hard leather shield, I believe, is the best one for my offhand. I looked at the kite shields I had, and I think it was like 2 less. I don't think making a stronger one would make a difference, and I don't think I have access to the materials I would need for it. Also, occasionally I screw up and end up talking to the dude that is punching me in the face. You know, just casually having a conversation with the dude I'm trying and failing to curse. Yeah, shit. Did I check what the stats were on the warriors? To be fair, it's probably not better magic. I think I checked the Varrock guards, and yeah, no. They have the exact same magic stat. Also, I think they'd actually be able to damage me. Maybe. Also, I love that there's just other men standing around just staring at this bullshit? The NPCs do not react at all. The fact that I am harassing somebody in full plate armor. The wooden shield and a pickaxe. Just no thoughts in their minds. This is a total normal activity. Sure. Whatever you say, bub. Also, how this man has not broken his fingers punching somebody wearing full plate, I have no idea. Break your fingers punching somebody in the jaw. IRL. They're punching full plates. I'm just totally cool with it. Oh, also have an amulet of magic now. I didn't mention that. I got lucky, found some cosmic runes when I was fighting the dark wizards. So, I have a nice little trinket for later. I actually have to use magic to fight things. There's definitely better things, but... it works for now. Never complain when the game throws you a bone in this kind of situation. Like if I get a maze random and it gives me nature runes, I'll be happy. Also, the only reason I have the filter on is just because it's making this easier to click. Boy, do I not want to think about how much more annoying this would be. Oh, that's where the fucking spell reordering is. Hold on. Spell reordering. There we go. Just a tiny smidge less distance. It's not a significant thing, but I will take whatever I can get here. It's not gonna prevent the repetitive stress injury or carpal tunnel, but it's something. Also, I was just resetting my per hour EXP real quick on magic. I think I got this as high as like 34k per hour. Like, this is probably the fastest method I have. It's just a pain in the ass. why I'm doing it in chunks. If I don't absolutely destroy my hands. Also, to be fair, I don't think this is like the weirdest thing I've ever done in a game. To actually accomplish something. There's been a couple games where I've left them like on overnight so that I get an achievement or something. SteamWorld Build was one of those, and then .hack GU for the motorcycle achievement. I just like turned joy to key on with a command where one A button press counted as A button hold. And then just left the game running in town. It doesn't care if you're making physical progress, it just cares that your bike is trying to move. Just bounce around in the town lobby for like 8 hours. Yeah, in case anybody's wondering how I got that achievement, that's how I did it. I did it the lazy way. It's like, that bike was almost entirely fucking useless. There's no point in using the damn thing. Also, GU is a horrible abomination of a game anyways. Seriously, that extra chapter was so wildly unnecessary. It definitely felt like they were trying to set up to make a new .hack series, and, like, that sure hasn't happened yet. Okay, granted, there might have been a Japanese-only, like, .hack TV show, because there was a few of those. A few, like, small spin-off shows. Yeah, no, they definitely set up that extra chapter in GU in the compiled, remaster. To be like, oh yeah, no, we're setting up for a new one, and, nope, never happened. Probably because that game was received poorly. Like, as much as I'd like to see them remaster the original .hack series, let's face it, they're just gonna leave it as is and just stick it all into one game and sell it that way. They're not actually gonna fix anything or remaster anything. They're just maybe gonna slap on a new coat of paint and call that it. And that would be a fucking disappointment, because man, that game aged poorly. Mostly just due to the bracelet mechanics. Once you get into the last chapter, you're constantly having to data drain things. And unfortunately, that means that you basically run the risk of constantly game overing just because of mechanics the game wants you to interact with. Not even due to combat. Well, not directly due to combat. Or shit, just finally got off your asses and make an actual online .hack. There technically was. And at some point there was a project to re-release it, and I think that died at some point. It was basically based on the original game, but was built into GU or something. I'm genuinely surprised I haven't just tried to make online.hack happen. At least they didn't focus heavily enough on it anyways. They really gave up too quickly. We need to have the majority of its mechanics reworked, obviously. It's not like there wasn't an audience for it. They literally built a game based on an MMO that was a single-player experience. A full plot line about trying to save the online game world and people that were affected by it, but never manifested. Never got an English release, and it died really quickly in Japan. So I should maybe move that home teleport so I don't accidentally click it. Also, that's just making me wish there were seagulls in my chunks. Ah, such luck. Got rats, though. Hey, would rats be better? Nah, rats probably have the same fucking stats. Who am I kidding? Yeah, no, there's a couple rats just chilling in Lumbridge. There's also a spider in Varrock, actually. I saw it yesterday while I was doing this. So that's 51 magic. The level up screen doesn't stay up long because I'm still getting punched in the face. We're at 400 casts to gain a level up, by the way. Yeah, if you're keeping track of this shit. We're gonna do this for a bit longer, and then I have to actually take care of the clue scrolls. At which point we'll go back to mining. Or I might look some shit up real quick. I don't know if the rats would be better. Or that spider. One disadvantage of the spider is I'd have to change some settings. I have to have the, Actually, no, would I need to? That applies to spells. I have my attack options off. Yeah, so I don't hit things by accident as I go running past. Or, well, less things. Also, despite being punched, I am very slowly regaining HP. Kind of. Just a little. any of these have secret right-click options that I don't know about. Fair reordering. Interesting. I gotta right-click on things more often. Okay, granted, I haven't played an MMO with a mouse and keyboard since Guild Wars 2. And, that was back in my old apartment. That's well over 10 years ago. Yeah, except for, like... Actually, no, even MapleStory I played with a controller. Never mind. Eventually, they gave us the option to bind stuff to a controller. Oh, seriously, sir, how are you not breaking your hands? It's like, that doesn't sound pleasant, right? He's outright hitting the metal at some points. Oh, hello, Impling. I gotta be careful, because those I actually can throw certain spells at. I don't have, like, snare or whatever it is, though. Well, not on what I have access to right now. Also, what an absolutely ridiculous method for leveling anything. Being rewarded for fucking up, essentially. Over and over again. I can't think of many games where you are rewarded for completely fucking up. Like, aside from experience in learning the patterns of a boss, I can't think of many times where you get anything out of fucking up entirely. Also, if I go to the hops patch, I should hit a 15 farming. There's some hops there's some barley just sitting in that patch right now. I only need 36. 36 EXP. Also, hold on. Let's stop harassing the man for a bit. I gotta look up some shit real quick. Oh, actually. Let's get him to de-aggro. I can actually look something up faster. Hold on. There we go. Okay, the men have 1 magic. I don't think anything's gonna get lower than that. I believe if it's lower, I should be able to have a higher chance of splashing. I'm basically just looking for any monster in my chunks where I can use the earth staff. That's the idea. And I think the lower their magic is, No, I need higher magic. That's what it is. Higher magic, they technically have higher magic defense. So if I can get something above 1... I don't know. It's gonna be a bit iffy. No matter what I do. The only thing I can think of is to check the warriors. Where are they? No, they're also 1. Guys. Bros. Which means the Dark Wizards, I think, are like probably the only chance of being able to use the staff, and that's not a good option because they cast magic spells. They're kind of a dick. Yeah, no, that's not gonna do anything. Okay. What other weird crap do I have in here? Oh. Well, no, that's the kite shield. That won't do it. Because what I'm using right now has -10 versus the iron kite shield, which is -8. Isn't anything really in weapons that make this better, huh? And then it wouldn't help because it would take up the slot I need. I had boots or gloves that could cover it, but that's also not the case right now. I think I checked all the possible enchants. There's also nothing there. I can lower some defensive bonuses, but that's not going to help. Iron plate body. Like, the exact same. Yeah, that's frustrating. If only. It's just like, yeah, dare have boots or gloves. It fixes the problem. I do not have access. As far as I'm aware, anyways. I don't think there is anything. So I'm pretty sure there's nothing in the Varrock shops, because, there's a few shops up there. The ones that are here will not give me anything else. No, it's just wiki the Varrock shops. What am I even thinking? Hold on. Okay, what do we actually have here for stores? Runes. Okay, some of these I can't access, to be fair. That just has leather gloves and boots. And the general store is just bog standard general store. I know I can't access the tea shop because that's kind of a problem with Dig Site right now. No, unfortunately. That's what's currently blocking me out of that. I wish I could use that Staff of Earth. It's also wild to me that using the Staff of Earth turns it from I never hit to I can literally hit on the first try. Bro. The armor shop doesn't have anything that I don't already have. Hooray! Okay, yeah, no. There's really another solution to it. It's so frustrating, man. Thus we are back to mining. Set up per hour so it's actually accurate again. Well, semi-accurate. Yeah, magic per hour got up to 22k. Again, like, it's not bad EXP, it's just, oh my god, I need to stop clicking. 8,000 casts. It was way over 9,000 when I checked the original numbers. It's a little much. I really shouldn't have to explain that. Also, I should probably take a bathroom break before the event timer rolls over. So, we're gonna smelt the bars and then I'm gonna take a quick break. So hopefully it doesn't try to spawn in while I'm on break. My luck is probably gonna take an hour to show up after that. Boy, does it like taking its sweet ass time. God damn it, right, because I got that event, it's fucked everything up. I don't know what it is, but the actual click distance on the furnace changes after a random event happens. Or, well, anyone that pulls me off the map anyways. Fucks it up and I have to be way closer to actually be able to click on the furnace again. And I keep forgetting and it's fucking everything up. Yay. Ah, that number gets further and further apart. Well, game, thank you. Yes, no, I totally want to smelt only 7 per inventory. Not sure it was a good idea to let myself know when I was completely fucking this up. Okay, hold on. Gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna run some ads. I will be right back. Oh, good. I really can't see anything in these anymore. There we go. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sure I hit the right fucking button. There we go. Alright, let's go, pickpocket a bit again and then head back to the mines. Always the mines. Yeah. Come here, you. Got the doors open again. Close. Really, bud? Yeah, really wants in there. Sir, please, I just want to rifle through your pockets. I need this gold more than you do. I'm broke, and my fucking magic grinding is gonna make me even broker. Okay, to be fair, I still have a pile of gold. It's not that bad, but like... I don't like having a world hop constantly. It's so annoying. Also, every time I try to steal from the Barack guards, they absolutely throttle me. I think it's supposed to be like 50%. Sure, it doesn't feel like it. Granted, this is supposed to be like 60. Over 60%. But, you know, percentages are fun like that. Fuck if they ever work correctly. I'm also almost longing for the way doors worked in 11. Fuck. Something's, closed way faster behind you. And then in 14, they're just automatic the moment you get close. If you're running fast enough, you just walk through them. Then again, in 14, NPCs can't really path in and out of rooms. If they path at all. So boy, what the hell is my mining gonna be at the end of this? We're at 76 right now. I'm definitely getting at least one more level. I need less than 2,000. I currently need less actions in mining than I do in smithing for one level. Fuck, have I really been streaming this? Yeah, doesn't feel like I've been playing or doing anything for an hour and 40 minutes yet. I can get so lost on this sometimes. Ah, fuck. I also keep thinking about things, and I keep reminding myself, right, I have to go to the library and renew my, my card. It's not even really renew it, just tell them, yeah, no, I haven't moved addresses. Just gotta quickly file that into your systems. Thank you. I keep being reminded of it, but if I don't do it, then the card's not gonna work properly. And then I can't access anything on my Kobo. Aside from what my subscription gives me access to. Then again, it's not like I have anything on hold right now. Somehow. To be fair, I've got to get to reading some of the physical books I have. I can't do that while doing my exercise. It's just way too bulky. Just the entire reason I got the e-reader. So it's like, I gotta start reading the physical books when I'm getting ready for bed. Then the e-reader when I'm exercising. I have a bunch of stuff on like my shelves that I haven't read, and a couple things I've gotten for Christmas. And no, not those horribly shitty independently published on Amazon On Demand ones. My mom has those now, I think. I read through one of them. It was god-awful. I can't imagine the other two are any better. And she's not allowed to buy me any books from some random person she meets. It was like, yeah, I wrote a fantasy novel series about a tribe of warrior women. That's not fucking happening again. Absolutely not. Will not do it. And it's not to say every book that's on like Amazon's published on demand is terrible, but Jesus, oh my god. The audacity of white men sometimes, because fuck, both times I've read a particularly shitty self-published book, it's turned out to be written by a white dude. One at least had the decent sense to put it on Amazon on demand. The other made his own fucking publishing house. just to publish his really shitty books. It was one I got from Kobo's store that was free with the subscription at the time. And it's not worse than that print on demand one, but it had all the same problems. Borderline unreadable. What's the point of reading a story where the main character just gets dragged around and there's no real growth or challenge or anything? Like, what's the fun in that? Also, like, how do you... I'm gonna keep pointing this out. How do you forget what color a horse is from one chapter to the next? How do you do that? I thought that the thing was fucking AI Genslop, and it turned out no, it was published before that was a thing. He was just terrible at writing. And can't even keep basic details correct between chapters. Fucking hell, man. At least have somebody else that has no reason to keep you happy and lie to you about the quality read it. Before you fucking publish garbage. That's why beta readers exist. They're supposed to help you flesh out the problems first. My mom keeps telling me, well, you're well read, maybe you should write novels. Yeah, that's not the same thing. Writing takes some level of actual skill that I just do not have. And writing fantasy takes a lot of planning. You gotta have all the details fucking hammered down before you start writing out a fantasy world. If you don't, it's gonna fall apart real goddamn quick. I just do not have that level of skill. It's not like I haven't had ideas knocking around in my head, but getting them down onto anything is way different. Also, I really will just kind of read anything, so if you're so bad that I'm just like, no, what the shit is this? You've done fucked up. Also, like, at the very least, catch your own spelling mistakes. Just the issue with that Amazon on demand one my mom bought me. He was constantly getting his own character names wrong, and I don't know how much of that was due to autocorrect, how much was that him being lazy. One of which was too fucking close to a racial slur for my liking. I'm just like, so glad you didn't spell that one wrong. Why would you even name a character that close to a racial slur just in the off chance it fucking gets screwed up somewhere along the line. Like, why take that risk? Or why even get it into the notion into people's heads that you might be racist? Why do that? Like, the book was so bad. I don't even want to mention the author's name or the novel itself, though granted, I'm not even sure even if I said it, anyone could find it. Because my mom had the name and she couldn't actually find it. She had to look up one of the other novels to find it. It was like, one, the dude doesn't deserve fucking money. Two, he also doesn't deserve to be harassed, but oh my god, could his wife at least tell him his writing sucks? It's one of those situations where I'm just genuinely curious if they ever went back and read anything they actually wrote down. In which case, if you're not willing to read it, why should anybody else be willing to read it? Oh, someone's doing clues. I think that's the marker for one of the beginner ones. Like, I don't even know how I got through that fucking shitty-ass book the first time. I think it was just because I was trying to be polite to my mom for buying them, but she was like, yeah, no, if they're somewhat decent, we'll share them around with with her friends. And I'm just like, no, not even remotely. Though I am tempted to subject somebody else to this travesty of a novel just so I don't feel insane. But, my grandpa's done that before. To my mom, actually, and I'm just like, maybe let's not repeat that. My grandpa actually handed a book to my mom and was like, hey, how about you read this? And she read it, and he was like, okay, what did you think? And she's like, it was awful. I know, right? He knew it was terrible and still made her read it. Like, I guess the same idea. He just wanted somebody to commiserate with him about how terrible it was. Or just to not feel like he was insane. Or thinking it was bad. Like, yeah, no, that's a great idea. I don't even think he ever really explained why he had made her read it either. He just kind of felt like it. Oh, come on, game. This is embarrassing. At least get within 10. Nope, it's not gonna do that. Why are you doing Path of Pain now? The fuck is wrong with you? Do you even have any of the upgrades yet? No, game, seriously, this is embarrassing. What the fuck? 50-50, my ass. That's not really an excuse to be doing Path of Pain immediately. Also, does that mean it took you like an hour to do White Palace? Like an hour and a half. Also, don't you still have to do raids for this week, sir? Holy shit, how many clues are you doing, buddy? Can you share one? About an hour, yeah? Oh my god. You are so screwed, sir. Are you actually gonna get those later? Because it took you over a month to actually get the raids cleared. Last I checked, you still don't have wells done. Like, bro, I literally was too disabled to sit in my computer chair and clear this shit, and I still got it done faster. Hey, game, take input. So I was looking at my my drop list. I've stolen 474 bags of gold off of the Alcred Warriors. I love how it considers that to be no GP cost in the RuneLight plugin. Game, that's not how that works. Doesn't understand that the bags of gold are worth money. Just not as the bags. Bizarro situation. So hey, can my clue scrolls actually drop me useful runes, please? Thank you. I have 6 listed in here, and it's like... it could drop better stuff. It hasn't, though. Hello, Saku. How's it going? Here to watch me fail to smelt iron? Feeling a bit better. My legs are still a bit sore in the morning. But, like... these are finally improving. Alright, time to rifle through pockets again. Any rubies? Actually, I don't think I've gotten a single uncut gemstone today so far. Well, that's encouraging for how this is gonna go. Game. Yeah, 60%, sure. Sure, game. Whatever you say. Clearly, that's not the case. Holy shit, maybe I should just cut my losses. Yep, nope, we're cutting our losses. Holy shit, okay. I'll put the iron away. Got punched 5 times in a row. But yeah, no, I don't think I've gotten any uncut gemstones today. That's okay. I have to keep in mind I spent 30 minutes splashing a dude with curse. Well. Rail up in his business and just spent 30 minutes annoying him. Also, like, seriously, no, some uncut gemstones would be nice, though. Don't know when I'll actually need crafting EXP, but stockpile would be great. It's a forging. Oh. Wait, what magic level do I need for that, though? Because I do have some rubies in the bank. Actually, I might have ruby rings. A cosmic rune is possible. Just very annoying. Shit. Every enchanted ring has 140 charges each time the player smelts an iron. Or while wearing the ring, 1 charge is consumed. Yeah, this would help. $49. Oh, wait, yeah, no, we have the magic level for that now. Yeah, the problem is the cosmic runes. And right now, as far as I'm aware, the only way I can get those is Dark Wizards. Like, they exist, it's just a pain in the ass. Maybe I should check how many ruby rings I have. It's not like I don't have gold. Like, I have gold. That is sure not a fucking problem at all. So while I'm at it, calculator open. That is exactly 5 inventories worth of iron. Can you? Where, though? Again, chunk. Chunk playthrough. So it's not in range, it's still not useful. Yeah, out of range. Technically not by much, but, like, not helpful to me now. Where's my drop stuff? Hold on, Dark Wizards. 256 kills. And I think 2 was it dropping once. Also, to be fair, this drops earth runes, nature runes, body runes, water runes. You know, stuff I could actually use still. So I did contemplate grinding them to get some free runes at some point as well. Okay, what do I have right now? Down here. I certainly don't lack for ruby rings right now. It's just, yeah, the cosmic runes are a pain in the ass. It's an idea, though. And, like, the game is screwing me over today, that's for sure. Yikes. And, you know, on top of that, it's not like I have to worry about all the other runes. It's just the cosmics. I don't know. Do we feel like doing a side quest and beating up some Dark Wizards today? It's like it's not like I'm not gonna need combat stats later at some point. sort of, in a very backwards way. Like I said, any free earth runes, water runes, or body runes will eventually contribute into my magic level, because I'm curse splashing. But they won't directly, that's the problem. They'd also give me beginner clues, just in the off chance I get a better pickaxe, but even that's a small benefit. Oh my god, I hate my neighbors so much. Please, stop the noise. What even was that? Yeah, that's the problem. It's very indirect. What I have listed for 256 kills right now is 5 beginner clues. 56 body runes, 424 earth runes, and 104 water runes. And that is mostly the level 7 ones, not the level 20. That's a very small amount towards what I'm ultimately gonna need. Where's my calculator again? Seriously? Assuming it was still 4,000 iron bars, I need roughly 29 rings of forging. Dark Wizards, when they drop Cosmics, I think they always drop 2. It might be different between the levels. Oh. Shit, hold on. That's not the... No, that is the one I need. That's a different one. Where is that fucking chunk? No, that is it. Okay. What do I need for this? We're still risking the Giant's Foundry chunk. Remember that. That's in range. It has a task to wield a Colossal Blade, which is at 60. 60 attack. But I also have 12 chunks marked off right now. I don't know. This is really hit and miss. Do I future-proof potentially for Giant's Foundry, or... Both variants are 1 in 128 for 2. The problem is there's no way to really calculate the time on either end of this. I don't know. I might screw around later tonight just for the hell of it. If they always drop 2, that means that's 280 bars successfully. 10 trips where I get the entire thing. I don't know. Maybe I might. I don't know. It's so hit and miss. It's not something I dedicate a shit ton of time to, though. I wish I had known that the last time I'd gotten the Cosmic Runes. At least then I was using combat magic, so it was, like, at least making progress towards a task. One of them was the Amulet of Magic. I don't remember what the other one was. But, like, with what I'm currently doing for leveling magic, the amulet's not going to do me much. It'll be fine later, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to find something better than that. Like, there's some problems with the chunk picker, because, like, in that case, it doesn't acknowledge that the Amulet of Magic is a possibility. It's not accounting for the fact that there are cosmic runes there. So I'm flying kind of blind in what my best in slot is. I have an estimate, but it's missing a few things that could be possible. Also, the chunk picker was updated for sailing, but whether or not it's 100% accurate, I have no idea yet. The dev was like, yeah, no, if there's problems, let me know. Diamond is obtainable from mining. I just lack the magic level, I think, to enchant it right now. So I do have a few uncut diamonds and a few finished ones. Yeah, 56. It's in range. I have to get it to 62. Wait, what's the crafting level on? I don't think I have the crafting level to cut the diamonds, so I don't think I have the crafting level to actually turn it into a necklace. Also, that dreaded 70 crafting, yeah, that would be the bigger problem. I have materials, but I don't think that many materials. Yeah, I think I was only a couple levels off of cutting the diamonds. And even then, like I said, I have 2 that are already processed. Likely from a random event. To be fair, that's also assuming I don't find another way into that at some point. So I am still working on the, on Lamping Hunter. To make possibly going into Paraparo possible, but... that's also a long way off still. And that's only if the events play nice. So, like, look at my success to fail rate today. The game does not want to play nice right now. had one inventory where I only got 7 to work. Yeah, iron is a pain. But I still think this is better than trying to mine coal to make steel. Unless, of course, I managed to get the maze event again and get coal. In which case, I'll probably make some steel. Or some mithril if I still have some extra ore sitting around. Like, coal occasionally just will refuse to be mined. It's the only reason I'm doing this with iron instead of something better. Also, boy, there's a lot of people running around Alcarid lately. I got some days where I don't see another player for hours, and then suddenly there's a ton of people doing the agility course at the same time. Oh, wait, hold on. Warriors, where are you? Realized I had a decent amount of health. Gonna play nicer this time. No? No. Okay. I see how it is. Please still let me do this enough to level up, please. We are so close. Hey, 44 thieving. Now steal from the Dorgashan wire machine. The wire machine? What a bizarre level up. Ah, I see that is not improving my thieving rates. Obscure content, yeah, clearly. I think I have actually seen that thing in one of Soup's unusual money makers, but I can't remember the context. Okay, I've made way more gold off of this than I think I have. I'm close to 14,000 off of just stealing from the warriors. It seems like a much smaller amount. Huh. It's also an elite clue challenge. Oh, also, what is up with the iron? The other day, those frickin' iron rocks gave me 2 separate elite clues. It's like, why? I'm not even close to being able to do any of them. One of them was like, go to Trollheim with like 3 separate things equipped. Yeah, no. It's like, the iron rocks technically I think have everything except master clues. Like, the shit are those odds? Yeah, something like that. Like, one of them was, I think, blue d'hide, and it's like, yeah, no. Even if I could get to Trollheim, it's not happening. So yeah, I basically had to let that one despawn because I didn't see any reason to hold it in the bank either. Also, I kind of called it that the random event was going to wait at least an hour. My neck is stiff. It's already been a long day. Like, at least I gained a couple levels somewhere. Only one of them was actually useful. I guess at least something. Yay. So much grinding left to do. Seriously, please don't send me towards Giant's Foundry. Chunk Picker, I'm begging you. Be nice. Be humble. Send me towards Draenor. Or Lumbridge Swamp. One or the other. Hell, even that spot between Dixite and Varrock Square would be nice. Just because then I can get into the Varrock Square faster. That one's been driving me insane. I don't even think that one gets me more than, like, progress on the dig site quest. But it's, like, easier access into the square. I don't have to go all the way to the west to get inside anymore. But at least, you know, be something. Anything that can make the map easier to traverse is still at least progress somewhere. Man, the game really just does not want to play fair today. Ugh. What is this? We've got over a 20 iron gap now. Like, at least we've gained about 200 bars, roughly. Or one short of it. But yikes. Other game, please. Random events. Holy shit. Shit. Not even just a random event. Give me an uncut gemstone. I still don't think I found any today. Or shit, actually, like, mysterious fruit would also be nice, kind of. Yeah, the plant. Just because at some point I'm gonna have to run past something that can poison me. Eventually. Probably before I have access to anti-poison. Oh, there you are. Mime show. Okay, yeah, no, mime show is fine. And I don't have to worry about the inventory thing. I still have 2 emotes to go. Though it is blocking my screen. Like, I need to get this one more time, and then after that, this will start giving me lamps. What a silly event. I now have the lean emote. Oh, never mind. I have all of them. Huzzah! So I think that gives me lamps now? Is it shy? Because I think I have all the equipment. Any increased chance of lamps is good. Alright, I think the plan is we're gonna wrap up the stream with trying to get 52 magic. Maybe go back and reset my clues one more time. Before I go into doing that. I need to cast Curse 236 more times, and I should have enough runes remaining for that. Game, are you trying to make it up to me? What is this? It's not even gonna even the number out either. Yep, RNG is fun like that. 20 bars! Unbelievable. You ran in- Oh god, not the collector! Actually, maybe I don't have enough for it. Okay, never mind resetting just yet. Sir! It's time to get curse splashed again. God, I wish using the staff brought me low enough. Seriously, how do I consistently hit curse with minus 57 magic? So again, sir, how are you not breaking your hand? Because that sounds painful. Also, good luck with the collector. That fight also kind of sucks. And that's not a dream one. Make sure to go into his back room, by the way. Nope, that shit is gonna drive me insane. I hate that this is the best way to do this. Okay, no, I think I have enough for that one level. Which means we'll only need 10 more levels, but a whole shit ton of EXP still. Also, sir, seriously, you can stop punching me. I'm not gonna hurt you. It's not like I'm succeeding here. Honestly now. I do have some issues with the calculator. I can't tell where any of these spells are supposed to be from. It just lists the level, the EXP. It doesn't list the runes needed or what spell book is needed. There's a couple I know I have no way of accessing, but this is such a long-ass list. Like, I know I can't do Ivan Blast or Smoke Rush. I simply lack the tools to do so. One requires a specific staff, and the other requires a specific spellbook. Also, honestly, the other thing with the Dark Wizards is if I can get, I think it's nature runes that are used in superheats. That may also be worth it a bit. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'll dick around with Dark Wizards tonight. See if they decide to give me anything. Superheat removes close to 2 casts from how much I need. Same with enchanting ruby jewelry. Alright, 20 more. DT magic! 10 levels to go, and still like close to 2/3 the EXP remaining. Taking well over 400 casts now. It's like 442 or something. Might as well use up the last few earth runes I have. Also, I bet this poor guy is gonna be glad when I stop just throwing worthless spells at him. Okay, I'm done. Shoo. Go away. Also, I have HP remaining. Let's, steal a little more pocket change. And then go reset my clues. Or, you know, try to. Yeah, no, apparently I've been earning more money doing this than I thought I was. It doesn't look like that much when you're only holding, like, what you've collected in about 5 minutes. Alright. Done rifling through your pockets. Alright, I'm gonna go get the clues. Then we'll wrap up. I'll clean up my gear later. Alas, said Zimplane. One of these days, buddy. Alright, that's gonna be it for me today. This is, making my neck stiff. I'll keep working on things on my own time, as usual. So otherwise, this would not get done. Especially the piling on the iron bars. Trying to think what's coming up. One of the VODs for Old School RuneScape's going live tomorrow, I believe. And I think I have a 14 short on Saturday. I think that's how I set things up. We'll try to get one more stream in sometime on the weekend, I think. I always say that and then I end up too tired. Like, I'll try, there's no promises. Yeah, I think that covers it. I think. Look, I'm tired, man. It's been a long day and the game's been like trying to screw me over with the iron bars, clearly. Ugh. Like, as bad as the pickpocketing odds looked, just looking at the numbers, no, I actually did a decent amount. Never mind. Yeah, I might go bother the Dark Wizards later. Anyway, thanks for coming, guys. I'll see y'all next time.